All right. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's go. We're gonna be working on another tarot card illustration. This time from the sketch, which I don't think I showed on stream yet. I don't know. We'll find out. Go ahead and introduce you guys to the tarot setup that we have so far. We have a mountain goat as the fool. We have what will be a gray fox, or what is a gray fox, he just doesn't have color yet, as the magician. I love this one. I think this one's my favorite so far. We have a desert hare as the high priestess. And the last time I streamed, we lined out a California quail as the Empress. And I especially like how the Empress and the High Priestess mirror each other in like pose and just the kind of layout of everything, because they are kind of supposed to be cards that mirror each other a little bit. And I was a little bit worried about that coming through. Hello? Why does Twitch say my bitrate is so low? Maybe I need to adjust that. One moment, please. Got distracted by the bitrate. All right. I adjusted it in OBS, so hopefully that's fine. But as I was saying, you know, the High Priestess and the Empress are kind of supposed to mirror each other a little bit, and I was a little concerned after I got most of the way through lining the Empress. I started to have a little bit of a concern about if that was going to come through, and I really didn't even do it like on purpose, because I didn't think about it until after the sketch was well and truly done. But I am very happy with how they ended up mirroring each other. They've got kind of the same little over-the-shoulder pose. They've both got the little crown. They're both framed on either side by like pillars, essentially. The priestess is supposed to have specifically pillars, but the wheat ended up kind of looking a little pillar-like, and I like that. Yeah, I like how they turned out. So we're gonna pull up the magician and just kind of have him hanging out here, because I need to find some reference pictures for the Emperor, which means I also need to open up my spreadsheet that has all these lined out or laid out. Ignore the fact that I made a spreadsheet. My coworker made fun of me because I was showing her all of these because she liked the magician, and I was showing her the spreadsheet and she made fun of me for having a spreadsheet. So leave me alone. It's fine. I do have a spreadsheet. Otherwise, how am I supposed to keep track of what I picked for everything? I can't just keep that in my brain. That would be crazy. And also, I would forget what I've used, and I would absolutely accidentally double up on something, and that would be embarrassing. So we're not going to do either of those things. Instead, we're just going to have a spreadsheet. So the animal I picked for the Emperor is the American bison. Oops. And I have a little link to the card and like what a lot of the symbolism is. A lot of the symbolism I think I'm just not gonna have on here. Unfortunately, it's the Ankh. I don't know if I'm gonna include that. There's an Ankh, there's a throne, which like, there is a golden apple or sphere, which I guess I can just do the sun for that and make it a golden sun. Mountains in the background, which I can do. A river, but that's in like every card has a river in the background. I'm not gonna mess with that. There is a red robe, which I'm probably also not gonna mess with. Each of the cards has a key color or like a main color, and I think I would like to utilize that somehow. I still haven't really decided if I'm going to make these, like, I want to do full color illustrations for prints, which I guess honestly I should just start with that, because if I'm gonna do, I priced out tarot decks and they are crazy expensive, which makes sense. But if I'm gonna do a deck, that's gonna be down the line some. So if I do end up, oh my goodness, excuse me. If I do end up doing a deck, I haven't really decided if it's better for me to do the decks in full color, or if it's better to do them essentially in like a 2-color, like, you know, have a black card and then the illustration itself in like a color over it, because I feel like that looks kind of nice. Anyways, the Emperor also has armor, which, like, I think when I was looking at it, I was like, ooh, a cool thing would be like mud on the bison, because a lot of times they have like caked mud on their bodies, and that's kind of armor-like. What else has he got? A crown, like an actual crown, which bison have horns, close enough. And that's pretty much it. So really, I just need mountains and some kind of armor. Yeah. Like with the magician, I added in the elements that are supposed to be in there, you know, the sword and the cup and the pentacle. But I didn't add everything. I don't know, like, you know, some of it, we'll take some concessions. Is that the word? That's what I'm gonna call it. We'll take some concessions with some of it, and it'll be fine. So I know what things I'm gonna add, which is just gonna be the golden orb, which is the sun, and then mountains, and maybe armor, if I can kind of pull off that look. Really, I need to find a decent reference picture. The Emperor is very much supposed to be like, where's the pose? Oh, I don't think it's even in here. Let me grab my, what's the word for that? Spreadsheet. Let me grab my spreadsheet again. Because, let's see, Emperor, stability, structure, protection, authority, control, practicality, focus, discipline, domineering, rigid, stubborn, lack of discipline, recklessness. So I was gonna have like the pose in my head is very like head on. But a lot, it's funny because I think this is the reason a lot of people get attacked by bison. It's like, I don't know, they like, yeah, they're intimidating, but like they're also look kind of cuddly. Like, look at him. He's just a cuddly fella. He's just a little guy. So even a lot of the head-on poses don't look like intimidating. I mean, they do, but it's not, I don't know, like the what is the word for that? Dang it. The like way that their body sits is not, I'm not looking at that and going like, ooh, that's rigid and scary and like authoritarian. I'm looking at it and I'm like, He's fuzzy. Don't ever pet bison. Don't ever try to pet a bison. They will absolutely kill you with no hesitation. They do not care. See, there's one that's kind of cool. He's got his head down. And like the proportions of American bison, a head on is gonna fit, I think, really nicely into the layout of the card, because these cards have, you know, unique proportions. Oh, that one's just like running. That's terrifying. I kind of like that, actually. Whoop, we're gonna open that. These cards have, you know, unique proportions. And the layout of it, at least so far, has not been difficult, but I have in my head that it may become difficult very quickly, because I can't change the layout or the size of the canvas or anything like that. It's, you know, a little bit limiting. Not really. All right, we're gonna take a look real quick at the dreaded Pinterest, maybe also, because like that guy's pretty cool. I like the moving forward. Moving, because he's a cow. I like the moving forward. Let's see what we can find on the dreaded Pinterest that isn't AI, because good lord. I've been seeing a bunch of people talking about, because of course okay, so I made a Threads account because they do that thing where they show you like a little preview of a thread in Instagram, and I had been seeing them, and I was like, man, some of those are really interesting, but I don't want to make a whole account to read them. And I don't even remember which thread it was that finally got me, but one of them finally like was too clickbaity, and I was like, well, I gotta read that, and so I just made a Threads account, which is, I think I've pulled a couple followers on Instagram from Threads, which at my numbers is fantastic. I also had a lady ghost me on an appointment on Threads, which is really frustrating. But I've been seeing a bunch of, like, half the stuff that I see on Threads is clickbait stuff and just annoying, or it's complaining about algorithms, also annoying. Yeah, yes, we get it. The Instagram algorithm sucks right now. Everybody knows. But I have been seeing a bunch of people talking about, like, oh, if the Instagram algorithm isn't working out for you, start, you know, posting your stuff on Pinterest instead, because I've been getting this many sales from Pinterest, and I've been getting this much engagement from Pinterest, and like I get so many views and this and that and the other, and I don't know, man, there's just so much AI garbage on Pinterest that I can't imagine that people are actually seeing any kind of engagement, or at the very least engagement that's leading to anything, right? Because if you get a lot of views for something, like, I don't know how Pinterest counts something as a view. Is it when you click on it? Maybe, who's to say? But like getting a bunch of views on something on Pinterest really means very little if you're not getting any, oh god, this is gonna sound so businessy, if you're not getting any conversions, right? Like if the goal is to make money from what you're doing, if you're posting it on Pinterest and you're getting a bunch of views, but you're getting 0 conversions, so you're making no sales, and nobody is, oh, that's really pretty, and nobody is, like going to your website or going to your shop or following you on whatever platform you're trying to push them to follow you, then like it's really, you're not doing much in that case, right? You are just pushing your art into another void, which is so frustrating. The most frustrating thing about having art accounts right now, I think, is, oh, I'm so sorry, is just feeling like I'm pushing things into an artistic void. Because especially for me, like I also see a lot of people talk about, you know, oh, likes mean nothing, and you know, getting engagement on your posts means nothing. Like, you should make your art for your sake, and for, you know, just making art for the sake of the artistic experience, which, like, yes, that's fine. I agree with that to a certain extent, but also if I don't get any engagement at all on the things that I post, that translates to I make no money. And unfortunately, I need that to survive. And right now, you know, where I'm at, there is an overabundance of tattoo artists, and there are a lot of unfortunately mediocre artists who will do things for very cheap, and it's hard to compete with that sometimes. So if I was doing art as a hobby, absolutely, for sure, who gives a shit about engagement? Like, I'm just gonna stick my art out sometimes if I want, and if people see it, cool, and if they don't, whatever, who cares? But fortunately or not, art is my job now, and so if people don't see it, that means more than likely, or there is a likelihood that I won't make sales, and I won't book appointments, and that gets rough really quickly. I am trying to focus more on local, like promoting myself locally, instead of necessarily trying to get, like, you know, a bunch of Instagram followers or what have you, because I do know a lot of people who are booked up like crazy and have no social media presence, right? Like the owner of my shop is booked up insanely, and God, I don't know what her Instagram followers is like right now, but I do know that she almost never posts on Instagram. Let's see. I gotta check now, just for my own edification. I mean, she's got, you know, 7,000 followers, but like the last time she posted on Instagram was 2 weeks ago. That's crazy. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, and then the time she posted was like 2 weeks before that, and it was like away, like, oh my God, so much longer before that. Holy crap. She had a post on August 10th, and then the post before that was May 26th. Like, she's not active, but I know she's booked up like crazy. And most of that, you know, a lot of that's repeat clients, obviously. But a lot of that's also like local word of mouth. Like, she doesn't really like advertise herself very much. She doesn't do a lot of local projects, or, you know, what's the word for that? Like going to art shows. That's not the right word for it. Oh my God, I'm like completely blanking on what it's called. Anyway, she doesn't do like a lot of advertising in general. She just has fantastic clients and interacts really well with her clients, and so they recommend her, and she ends up with a lot of repeat business, which is where I'm trying to be. That's my goal, man. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Oh my god, so much of this is AI. It's painful. Oh, that one's so cool. So often I'll find a cool reference picture and I just wish that I could like rotate it. And this is gonna sound, just coming from an artist, this is gonna sound stupid. I wish I could rotate it in 3D space. And like, yes, I know that is a an artistic hello. No, that's not what I thought it was. I just got so confused. I know that that's like an artistic exercise, like learning how to draw form better. One of the exercises you can do is basically like draw a thing and then try to rotate it in 3D space. So like don't change the pose, don't change any of that, but just rotate it and draw it again. And that is definitely a thing that I need to practice more. That's a cool pose too. I wonder if I could take just a bull, because bulls have a lot more exciting poses, and if I could just mush that a little bit and put some bison shapes over top of it. I think I could. I don't think that would be too difficult. Because some of these reference pictures are cool. Most of them are really boring though. Like, bison just don't do a whole lot. They just kind of hang out, and then every now and again they trundle up to someone and just throw them in the air like a rag doll. So yeah, in case it needs to be said again, do not try to touch a bison. If you ever go to Yellowstone, leave them alone. They're so big and they're so scary. All right, we're gonna, see, I would love to do something like that, like a pose with the head up a little bit would be really cool, but bison definitely don't do anything like that. They've got that big old mass of muscle and stuff on their shoulders. Oh god. Made the mistake of looking up like bull charging, and it's just so many images of a bull running through Bitcoin coins, which also, like to say, hilarious that so often crypto people use actual coins as like the symbol for Bitcoin, considering the whole point of it is no fiat currency. That's the whole thing, is that it's not actual coin, right? That's the thing. Anyways, that's fine. I'm not even gonna worry about that. Yeah, like a lot of these bull poses are a lot more dynamic, but I don't know if they're gonna work out quite as well just in terms of anatomy. But I might be able to use pieces of them. It's like there's this one pose that's really cool that I would love to use. Of course, the one that I picked for my reference is the one that shows up the most. That's totally fine. It always makes me a little nervous. I definitely I definitely grew up in the early 2000s DeviantArt where like literally using a pose, like using a reference was considered tracing. Whether you traced it, it didn't matter if there was any like actual tracing going on, and completely beside the point is the fact that lots of professional artists trace things going way back. People have been tracing stuff for a long time, but if people even like suspected that you used a reference to draw your picture, they would, that was it for you. People would go on whole ass like takedowns. It was crazy. It was a wild time. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. I think that I can use this one pretty safely. Also, I can hear that my dog is having a dream in the other room, and it's really cute. He's making some really cute little sounds. It's adorable. God, you know what would be a great use of AI would be to tell me when an image had been made with AI. Because like I guarantee you there's ways to figure that out. Like what is going on there? Oh, I see. I see what's happening. That's fine. That's okay. But if I could just have like a browser extension that would just put a little thing over pictures and be like, this appears to be made with AI. God, that'd be so nice. I can usually spot them outside of the ones that are like pretty good. I can usually spot them pretty easily, but sometimes I have to look at something for a minute and like, that's annoying. I don't want to have to do that. All right, we're gonna use a little mixture here, I think, of images, as references should do. Yeah, in case it was not clear, you gotta use references. References are crazy important. Like that whole craze of, God, maybe I should just use a bull instead of a bison. No, bison's fine. Bison's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. That whole craze of like people on DeviantArt telling each other that if you used a reference, you were cheating, or that was considered tracing, or whatever. Like, I feel like that set back so many artists' like professional development, which is so unfortunate. Like dang, man. It doesn't have to be that way. But, you know, there was a lot of competition in ways that there didn't need to be any competition. We'll do bison. So I think I've got a pretty decent reference for the overall pose. I've got a pretty decent secondary reference for the pose. What is this? What's that? No, I don't want that. I want this. And I think I've got a pretty decent reference for the face. No, I need a better one than that. Yeah, that should be fine. Oops. When I open the same image like 3 times. Oh no, I like that guy too. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. You know, I was gonna use like mud as the like armor, but caked on snow might be a better idea. I just have to be able to do it right. Ooh, that's not a bad reference for that. All right, so we'll do the guy, you know, we'll do the bison just the way I was thinking, and then I'll try to add some. I guess honestly, the caked on snow and caked on mud is pretty much gonna look. It's gonna look very similar, just shape-wise, just with different colors, really. So I can do that, and then just kind of decide which way I'm gonna go from there. Yeah, I think that's a decent extrapolation on the armor thing. Sweet. Okay. So let me pull up the reference there. Let's go over to our canvas for the Emperor, and you guys can see how messy my sketches are. I've definitely changed the way that I sketch a lot in recent years, especially since I started my apprenticeship, because I don't know, I have to draw things more quickly now, and like the composition of things is, I mean, the composition of things is important in any kind of art, obviously, but in tattooing you are often pretty limited in terms of what your composition can be or should be, because you are working on a canvas that is not flat, and you're working with a lot of constraints in terms of like which way things can face, and you know, stuff like that. Like, you know, not only am I drawing on usually a cylindrical surface, if not just a really wiggly surface, because even the flattest parts of somebody's body are going to have a bunch of, you know, shapes in them because you've got muscles under your skin. You also have to make sure that things face the right way and are lined up in such a way that it's gonna look good when they're standing neutrally. I got to tattoo a little cartoony possum on someone yesterday, and the way that he ended up lining up was perfect because his little head stuck out from like just from the bottom hem of her shorts, and it was really cute, and it made both of us super happy. But all that to say, I used to be a lot more detail oriented when it came to sketching, and now I try my best to start really far back, and basically thumbnail. I have a hard time like seeing things. Actually, we're gonna do this real quick. I have a hard time seeing things in my head before I actually work on them. So I have found that like thumbnailing, not only is thumbnailing like a necessity for me, it has helped me a lot with working more quickly. We're gonna draw his head really big in here just to get the shape down. And then, whoops. Whoa, easy now. Gotta be like that, man. And then the nose. Turn that down some. So it's actually, good lord. Bison's faces are so weird. Actually, it goes up higher than that. And you've got some horns that come out. And then, let's see. Really doesn't need to cut in much. They have very, very rectangular faces. Yeah, okay. Just take this kind of round. Not like that. Not like that. Round it down this way. And make that nice and sharp, because that's his crown. Okay. Cool. Actually, I think the ears I want to do... I mean, I really could just take the ears away entirely. Because they're gonna, like, push their ears back when they run. So... Why does his face look so different? Okay, well, it's fine. He's got a little bit like there we go. You're looking a little bit more bison-y. See, I'm getting hung up on details immediately. That's always how it goes. This will just go. Yeah, got a little bison face there. And they do have like kind of a kind of made him look like he was balding a little bit. Don't worry about it. It's fine. He'll be very furry. Don't worry. All right, so we did our bison head very big, but that's okay. Because we're going to go in and we're going to make a new layer for the body. And I think I'm gonna also assist this layer just for the moment, just to get like the initial big image in here of like, here's where all of his body parts are. So we've got that big shoulder piece. I'm just gonna color this down because why not? Big shoulder piece comes down. Big actual shoulders. That. We can then actually, you know what? We'll just manually do that. That way I can kind of get. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and, I think, turn off symmetry on this layer. But I am going to grab both layers and move them just a little bit. Whoops. I probably will not keep symmetry on when I actually sit down to line it. Just because I like the difference in the little differences in line weight and stuff. I think I want to exaggerate that some more. So in the reference image, it's not... Actually, that one will be fine. In the reference image, it's kind of... This is kind of low down, but I think I want to exaggerate it some more here. maybe out this way. Okay. All right. Honestly, not bad for a pretty quick sketch. God, their heads are just so big. I'm having to not sure if that head is actually too big or not. Maybe by that much, I think. And then we can have his little beard. We'll turn this down so we can. There we go. Give him his little beard. Just to make sure we know that that's gonna be in there too. Yeah, honestly, not a terrible, just a quick little guy, right? We're gonna push that back just a little bit. That way I can, whoops, I can kind of get a sense of like his knee's gonna be here. And it's gonna come down like this into this like this hawk shape. And that is gonna be okay. All right. I think I know what's going on here. Cool. Cool. I might end up moving this leg a bit. I don't really, so that's the one downside about, whoops. That's the one downside about doing like my very initial sketches with this, what is it? The medium brush. Like, I like the way that I can layer things. It does, however, make it a little bit harder to move things around and not like get super distracted by all the shapes, but I usually just use that brush for initial blocking in like this, and then stretch, and then I use my little sketch brush to do a little bit more refined sketch usually, but if you were here or if you saw me working on the Empress, sometimes I completely forget to do my more refined sketch and I just start working on line art, and then I'm confused as to why it doesn't work. Yeah, I got midway through the line art and, you know, was working right along, happily doing my thing, and then I was like, why does this feel so difficult? That was why. That was the reason. It was because I had forgotten to actually do my sketch, and all I had was my basically this. I just tried to do line art off of a sketch like that, and it was actually going okay, surprisingly. Okay. I'll go ahead and throw a little background sketchy in here. So we definitely will want a horizon line. We'll just do it dark because it's easier to do it this way. Definitely want a horizon line that we can then erase most of. And erase all of that. And then we want some mountains. I'll need to look up references for mountains when I get there too. But for now, that's fine. Mountains. We'll give our little thing a little erase here. And we will pop a new layer on that. So because I work in so many layers, I like to layer up, you know, where the body is and where the head is. Because I work in so many layers, I find it a lot easier to just throw down a layer of just solid white on top of my sketch, and then just do whatever I need to do beyond that, instead of, you know, trying to go through and change the opacity, or like flattening all my layers and changing the opacity. Because this way I still have all of these individual pieces, and if I start sketching it in, I'm like, dang, that head is way too small or whatever, or if I just see something egregious, it just makes it easier for me to go back and change things. Let me get my pencil. All right, let me pull my reference back up. Actually, I am gonna turn on symmetry again. Clear that layer first, and then turn on our drawing assist, because I'm not to the point yet where I am lining things out, and just rather make it easier on myself, honestly. We're gonna do this too, because I tend to zoom in way too much, way too often. So we'll throw this little guy up here. Yeah, over here's fine. Just so that, so everybody can see what's going on. Let's see. This. And actually, this shape needs to be a little bit less. Whoop. Don't even worry about that, that's fine. Not even a problem. I like this little lip thing they have in the middle here. So I definitely want that. Definitely want that in there. I do like this. And then we will put in our little eyeball. let's see. And we'll do a bunch of fur. One up that way. I like that they have like very prominent eyelashes. I probably will not have him have very prominent eyelashes, but makes me happy that they have that. That is a bison thing. So here you go, eyelashes, baby. Let's see. Pop back over to my other reference real quick. It may be that I need to make the nose a little bit wider here. Like maybe not. Oops. I want this guy. Comes down like this. They got such big wide heads, it's crazy. Alright, one moment, please. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. My friend got home and I had to make sure that she got set up on the couch. She's not feeling good today, so we are back and ready to keep going on this bison though. And I just realized I clicked my little BRB speech bubble button, but never actually transitioned the scene, so it was not up this whole time. Whoops. That's fine. That's alright. Let's get back into this little guy. Dang, I don't like that at all. Hold on now. I think I need to do some couple of adjustments here on the actual like anatomy of the face, but that's fine. We can do that shortly. Go ahead and throw these horns in here. There we go. Sometimes I don't remember which button is the undo and which button's the redo, and it's a little bit embarrassing. So this is just going to be little ears there. And then we'll turn off the drawing assist. We'll just turn off, whoop, that's the wrong one. We'll just turn off the drawing guide entirely. That way I can do some little fur details. We'll just duplicate and flip this one and just slide it over here. And then just smash that back down. Then we can scoot that. There we go. And then, much like with the initial sketch, we're going to do it on a new layer when we start messing with the body here. Let's see. I think that's how they go. It's like a plonk in the middle. Oh, let's turn snapping off. Ooh, stop that. And then really we just do a bunch of big furry shapes out here. Oops. Oh no, their feet are so weird. Yeah, not too bad, honestly. And really, like, in the reference, we've got feet behind, but I don't know if I'm gonna use those at all. Let's see if we can do another. I'll do another quick little sketch in here just to see if we want to have those back feet in there. I don't think we're gonna. Like, it looks a little weird without them, but I think it's gonna look weirder with them, honestly. Honestly, I think the thing that's throwing me off the most is I think the eyes are facing a little too far forward. So I'm just gonna grab these, or this one at least. I'm going to cut and paste, and then I'm gonna throw a little more flattening distortion on it. I think that's working out a little bit better for me, and then I'll just duplicate that. I'll go over here and erase this one. And then flip. We'll turn snapping back on. Hello. There we go. And actually, we'll just move that back in. And then we'll move this one back in. There we go. And then we can take both of them and move them down just a scotch. Here we are. And then Honestly, I feel like the head just needs to be squished in, like literally that much. Hey, cut that out. Cut that out. Yep. Oops. We'll just pinch these together. Yeah. Not bad, honestly. Hello? There we go. And then back here we'll just do like some approximations of mountains. Ooh, come back. And a sun. Why do you do this to me sometimes? There we go. All of that a quick erase. I'll just do it like this. Hey, cut that out. There we go. And that will be our like golden orb. Those are our mountains. We'll do a little horizon line. Maybe not quite that curved. Jeez, I made it more curved. I feel like the Emperor is going to be pretty simple compared to some of the other ones that we've done so far. Honestly, even the Fool's pretty simple too, so I'm okay with that. I may not end up doing the snow thing. I just don't know if it's gonna come across. Let's see. maybe it will. Let me throw some white underneath it. Actually, both of these layers need to get moved up. There we go. Actually, that might work out. I think I'm not gonna hate that, actually. Okay. Okay. And this can. And then we'll have some like, this will give us a little bit of movement too, maybe. Have some flying off of him. I definitely thought, I mean, I might still end up hating it, but I definitely thought I was gonna hate it. But I also, like, this is one of those moments where I will definitely keep the sketch underneath here, so I don't, because I liked, you know, the shape that I got in the shoulders and the back, so I won't lose that. It's like, could I draw it again? Absolutely. Do I really want to? Not really. Would it probably affect my motivation if I got to like an inking stage on this and realized I hated the snow armor thing, and also then realized that I was gonna need to redraw a couple elements? Yeah, probably. And on a project like this, honestly, like, keeping your motivation up is huge, so I will go ahead and save pieces of it if that's gonna keep my motivation going. Does not bother me at all. I may make some of those bigger, but like overall, I think that's a good idea. Oh yeah. All right. And then all these guys will throw into a group so we can turn them off. And our opacity layer will just get moved up. Grab our black, and I'm gonna check and see what my battery's looking like. 60%, that's not bad. Not bad. How is it at 60% when I've been going for 2 hours? Who's to say? Who's to say, honestly? I've had Procreate up the whole time. Usually it's at 10% by now. Oops. My goodness. Sorry, I'm trying to get it out of my case. Excuse me. No. Okay. I was about to be really upset that it was gonna have my passcode out there. Alright. I took it off my... took yep. Took it out of the case, so hopefully that will help it cool down. I think that might be part of the problem with when it's plugged in, is that it gets a little warmer because it's charging and doing things at the same time. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of experimenting to figure out what isn't working. Okay. What do I have next? Ooh, the Hierophant is gonna be Red Wolf, which is gonna be really cool. Oh, the Hierophant has monks. So the Hierophant will definitely... Oh, it works out. I say it works out that it's going to be a Red Wolf as if I didn't do that on purpose. But the Hierophant is the first card that features a group of characters. So I will definitely have to have multiple wolves in there. What else goes along with it? Crown. Everything has a crown. Everything's got a crown. Every tarot card. Every card has a crown. I'm not gonna give the Hierophant a crown, probably. Hierophant? Hierophant? I don't know. Whatever. Either way, I'm not giving it a crown. Staff. Keys? Interesting. Oh, there they are. Keys. Okay. What's the symbol of the keys? Oh, keys to heaven. Okay. Blessing. Gray columns. Gray columns allude to the columns found in the High Priestess card. All those columns were black and white, these are gray. So yeah, for the Red Wolf I can do like tree trunks. And then flowers, roses and lilies. Nice, okay. Hierophant's gonna be fun. Hierophant. Sure how you say it. That's fine. I don't have to know. Because we're working on the Emperor and I know how to pronounce that one. Alright, well, without further ado, might as well get started lining this guy. I am a little bit concerned about the empty spaces here. Like, all of this. But, I don't know. Not really sure if there's anything I should put there. I've got all of the pieces for the Emperor that I was gonna put in. The Golden Throne, or sorry, the Golden Orb, the mountains. Armor. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So I feel like if I was trying to put like snow doing stuff, I don't know that it's gonna look the way that I want it to. I feel like it just I might just leave it, honestly. I think I'm just gonna leave it open. Alright, let's get into it then. Make sure I have the right brush. Whoops. Oh no, I like his little eyelashes. I said I wasn't gonna keep those, but I mean, like, you can't even see them, but they're there now. Oh, I just heard the dog bark. Gotta go let him in real quick. I am gonna put up the speed bubble for real this time. 1 second. gonna do this so that I can kind of get an idea for what this looked like on the other side. Because like I said, this is one of those things that I didn't want to use the symmetry tool on. Because I feel like it looks a little bit better to have the texture a little bit different. But luckily, I can just do that. Thanks. Alright, calm down now. Don't have to be like that. There we go. And then get our little eyelashes out there. Cool. Ugh, I love this brush so much. Just the texture is so nice. Like the differences in line weight that you get is just so good. Ooh. There we go. He's all fuzzy. The horns might be the one thing that no. That's fine. Make sure that that connects nice and solid though. On both sides. There we go. And then we'll do a little ear. Little ear here. Little ear there. Excellent. Oh my goodness. Good Lord. There we go. Nope. Connect up that line right there. Need a better picture. Oh. No, I don't. Dang, they have weird noses. All right, now I have to copy this on the other side. Or at least close enough. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. And then just a little bump here. I feel like their noses do this weird, like... I don't know if I want to mess with all that, though. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's why. I was like, man, you know, actually, I think it's, there we go. I was sitting here like, it's really making like my line look a lot fuzzier than what I want. when I'm erasing, because I was erasing with the wrong brush. It's fine. There we go. Get a little bit of texture to his nose there. Whoop. And they also have this little, like, lip. Which kind of looks like his mouth's open, but it's really just a little lip. Usually this only happens if there's some kind of mark out there. So we're just gonna get rid of whatever that is. Okay. Whatever it was, we got rid of it. That's what matters. Got his little beard going on. I'm gonna focus down here while I figure out how I'm feeling about all of the snow bits. Cause like I think I still like it, but I'm definitely nervous about it. So I'm just gonna mess around with this stuff pretty much until I can't anymore. fluffy bison. All right, I think I'm at the point where I can't not start to mess with the snow pieces. I think overall I do like them. I do think overall that I want to do some bigger chunks though. So like this is a good chunk here. I think maybe this one could be combined. And then this one can be a chunk there with a little tiny one. I'm gonna do the rest of them. Actually, I did these far enough away from my already done lines that I can just, hello, there we go. I can just grab all of these and take them to their own layer. That looked kind of like a ghost, and that was not my intention. That still kind of looks like a ghost, but that's fine. And then like this one will combine. And then we'll just add these little flying pieces in here too. Oof. There we go. And then underneath those, I will. Oh, sorry, just bonked my microphone with my hand. Underneath these, I will do the fur texture. And also the line of the shoulder itself. Ooh, that's so jazzy there. I like that. Okay. All right, let's turn off some of our. Oh, I didn't realize that I did my snow sketches on the same layer as my background sketch. My bad. How did I do the backgrounds on the other ones so far? Okay, I did line those out a little bit. Okay. Cool. We will do that real quick with this guy too. And then honestly, he is almost done as far as the lines go. And then we'll probably call this good for the day. That's fine. We'll throw our little sun in here. Oh, I did that on completely the wrong layer. Somehow I thought I hit new layer and I just didn't. There we go, and then we'll just turn off the rest. Actually, we'll go ahead and group these. That way those are also easy to turn off. Add a couple texture lines to the snow here. To give it just a little bit more dimension until I can get some colors in there to make it really obvious what's going on. Oh, let's fix those lines just a little bit, because those are looking a little thicker than I want them to. There we go. And I think we're gonna call the Emperor done for today. As soon as I tweak this one little spot right here that I just saw. But I think that's gonna be it for the Emperor. Yeah, not too bad. He was definitely a simpler design than a couple of the other ones that I've done so far. But I'm pretty happy with him. I might go in and try to put in some back legs, like down here, or like put in some kind of snow crash thing going on. But I think at this point I just kind of need to not look at him for a second, just to kind of get, you know, sometimes you gotta get a little palette cleanser going, and I think that's where I'm at with him. He just needs a little palette cleanser before I try to do any adjustments on him. Oops. I might do something up here instead of that. I was hesitating to do like another like very obvious mohawk because it just kind of looks a little funky, but I might do a little something else up here that isn't that little middle bit. Oops. I know I just said that I was going to call him done, but almost. Alright, I think we're gonna, for realsies, call him done for now, and come back and mess with him again maybe a little bit later after I have not looked at him for a second. Usually I will do at least the more refined sketch before I actually go in and do anything with all the lines, so I get a chance to not look at it for a little bit, and then when I come back to it, if there's anything that really stands out as weird, I can usually spot it right off the bat. But Yeah, I'm glad we powered through this one anyways. I think he's looking pretty handsome, looking very scary, as Bison often do. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and tune in next time to see the Hierophant, whichever one we want to call it. We'll figure it out together. Thanks for stopping by.